If you're watching this video, you most likely have a G37 or a 370Z and maybe a couple mods here and there, catback, 2.5-inch intake, maybe even just drop-ins, and you want to get more out of it. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So I'm installing a few mods that I got. I already have a Z1 Motorsports catback, ISR high flow cats. I also have GTR spark plugs and a Cusco front strut tower brace. So those are the 4 things that I have on right now. What I'm going to be installing pertains to all power. So I'm going to be doing disassembly of a lot of stuff today. One of which is disassembly and reassembly of the fuel pump. And I'm also going to, even though I already did the spark plugs, I'm also going to show you guys how to do that, because I'm also replacing the coil packs as well, which spark plugs is just one extra step. So everything else is disassembled. Fuel pump and coil packs are going to be replaced today. I'm going to make this 2-part video, well, 2 videos. First part, disassembly. Second video is assembly. With that said, let's get started. Alright, now with the cold start out of the way, I have to move my parents' car, and I'm going to put this thing on ramps, and let's get started. Alright, so since I'm doing stuff with the fuel, little sneak peek, I'm doing injectors and then also the fuel pump. I want to, since I have the AWD, I want to turn off the fuel pump, see if that hopefully gets rid of some fuel pressure in the lines and everything to make my job a lot easier. So let me just do that and see what happens. So my fuel pump main, and let me turn off and see what happens. So it's off, and we wait. Oh, yep, there you go, stuttering a little bit. Trying to keep it alive. It's like hovering a little bit. Let me turn the light off. Starting to run a little rough because it's trying to like find some extra fuel to keep going. This is not even scientifically proven, by the way. I'm just trying to see if this hopefully gets rid of some fuel pressure. Alright, the car's kind of shaking a little bit. Starting to sound like a motorcycle with the chop. Now it just sounds cammed. There we go. So fuel pump off, And let me go disconnect the negative battery so it doesn't hopefully start up again. Alright, so got the car on the ramps over here. Also, you want to make sure that you do have wheel chocks just in case. Always, no matter what you're doing, whenever you lift the car on ramps, on jack stands, whatever, you always want wheel chocks just in case, alright? So, got it a little bit elevated. Popping the hood. Let it cool off a little bit because I will be getting down, taking this off, taking the intakes off, taking this off, fuel rails coming off, and then the lower manifolds coming off. So the reason I'm doing all this is I'm getting the ported upper and lower intake manifolds. So what I need to do is I need to take these off, and I need to send them to Z1 Motorsports for them to get ported. So this is what's happening in this bay over here. And also, since we're working with injectors and fuel pump, both fuel related things, that's why I turn off the fuel pump before I turn the car off. And also, this is why you want to get a table, but make sure there's like protective whatever on here. I just use some like a giant roll of paper that we have like a bunch extra of. So keep your table nice and clean. All right, don't ruin it with fuel. So with that said, I think I'm going to get started with the engine bay over here, and let me find a way to mount this so I can record while record myself while also showing like what I'm doing. So let me try to figure that out. All right, so unfortunately I was not able to find any wrenches. However, I have this one, so hopefully I can keep this in place and then move the other one. So well, it looks like I need to go out and get a fucking wrench because this is tight on here. Tight, tight, tight. Alright, and we're back. So I might have made it a little too tight. So I have to get myself a 17 mil combination wrench over here. So, okay, awesome, that fits on great. There we go, finally. Lesson learned, don't over tight your shit, guys, okay? Alright, now that that's off, time to take the intakes off. So let's see if I remember how to do this. Alright, get yourself a screwdriver. You want to take the map sensors out of the intake. Alright, that's able to come out now. Keep it in for now. Let me just do the other side. Alright, that's great. This one's stripped, so play a guessing game of what size socket goes on there. Nope, 8's too big. And 6 is too small, it's a 7. Alright, awesome. So now that they're loosened up, that means they can slide out. But not just yet. We also have to take this out and this out over here. Now this is off, free to move. That's good, that's what we want. And you want to move it down a little bit. Then we have 2 right here. And again, move it down. So it says remove the bolt which connects the box to the chassis. So hopefully that's still 10 mil. Yes, it is. And then take that out. And number 2. Okay, this just pops in and out on the bottom over here, so that's wonderful news. Same with this side. There we go.
I lost my temper. I said something foolish. Did I go and ruin this when it started to feel so real? Could feel it running, running through my lonely veins. When I started to heal, could see myself loving, loving for the rest of my days. No, I don't want to be alone so late at night.
Alright, repeat on this side.
So late at night. No, I don't wanna sleep 'cause then I'm dreaming, and you're not real, not mine to keep. No, I don't wanna sleep and I'm losing time, losing my chance to make you mine. So late at night, go back to December, look back and remember.
As Z1 Motorsports did when they showed their video of this, they had their ratcheting 10mm keychain accessory. Let's take this here, and there we go. First time using it, worked beautifully actually, so props to them for this.
So late at night. No, I don't wanna sleep 'cause then I'm dreaming, and you're not real, not mine to keep. No, I don't wanna sleep and I'm losing time, losing my chance to make you mine. So late at night. So late at night. It's so late at night. Got a ticket to nowhere. Come and fly away with me tonight. Can you stay till the morning? Can you tell me that everything's alright? Lose my mind and I'm falling for you. I can't help but be need of us two. Got a ticket to nowhere. When the fighting is over, it goes on and on and on and on, on and on and on. It goes on and on and on and on, on and on and on.
You lift it off. 10mm, you want to take this shield off over here.
In your eyes, on your body, you don't have to tell me.
Now you can move this shield out of the way a little bit, or try to, because you want access to this 12mm right here. Then next you want to take these two out. So this is where the fuel goes into the fuel rail and the injectors. So these are 10mm, I believe, back to 10mm. So I'm going to take one off and I'm going to get a rag for the second one, just in case that fuel pump turning off trick did not work. All right, awesome. It looks like my fuel pump trick worked. No fuel at all. So if you guys already have the Ecutech tune on there, you'll be able to do the fuel pump trick yourself. Now, something I was a little worried about happened. So you see on these injectors, it has the caps. This one has the caps. All these have the caps except this one. That means the cap is still somewhere. So see, you can see here the green and the black thing. The green thing goes there. The black thing kind of fucking split apart. And I have no idea where the cap is. This is actually like pretty bad problem. So I've taken my sunglasses off, see if I can see it in there anywhere. I don't see it, so I'm just gonna take off the lower intake manifold. Yeah, 12 mils. Fuck, even this though. Here it is. The lower intake manifold is dirty, but also now off. Ooh, I think I actually found the cap, and it's right on top of one of the intake valves. So also kind of like falling apart. So just take it from the middle. And these, what you can do is just take them off, just throw them straight in the trash. So there's no way you're going to be reusing these. These are fucking 110,000 miles on them, and you're not going to use them for anything else ever again. So now microfibers are going to come out and go into each of these 6 holes, into these ports, and then I'm just going to I don't know, find something that doesn't like chip metal or take it off, and just kind of like scrape the edges of where the gasket, so the new one can go on there nice and clean and flush. So 6 of the same boxes. This is what each one looks like. So let me take out one of the old ones and then compare the old to the new. We'll be using the original hardware, like the screw, because it's not really a big deal.
I'll never mistake the way you give me my faith. My body feels safe in your hands. Feel me fully face. I'm blind as a fire that I'm letting you escape. The stars still remember to fall to our fate. I don't wanna wait. Every single part of me in flames. Tell me how it tastes. Let me be the harmony you crave.
Alright, so I'm just finishing up the last thing right now. Thank God I have this light for the media mod with the GoPro, so I can actually see what the fuck I'm doing. So the fuel pump is under this seat right here. So what I need to do is, first step is, you have these little tabs over there, the black tab you got to pull out on either side. So I'm going to do that. Pull out and lift the seat up at the same time. And same on the other side. Alright, so in hindsight, I probably should have moved the front seats up a little bit to make this a little easier, but whatever, we're here now and the battery's disconnected, so fuck it. Now, the seat belts are gonna, seat buckles are gonna come through the bottom. On both sides. And then just like that, it slides out. So the next thing that we want to do is we have to take this out. So we need a screwdriver to turn all these 4 plastic bits 90 degrees. So let's do that.
You to stay, please stay. Venom in my veins. Deliverance waits for your hands. I am not afraid.
Alright, so my GoPro light ended up running out of battery, which is awesome.
Should I ever tell them how I really feel? Should I ever tell them how I really feel? Should I ever tell them how I really feel? Should I ever tell them how I really feel?
Now you really want to make sure this does not fall in. It's gonna suck if it does. And I'm gonna leave this in there caught. So I'm gonna leave it caught there.
Alright, so before I get started, I just want to take a picture of these connectors and where everything goes, just to make sure I know later.
Should I ever tell them how I really feel?
So I know on the close left, there's a blue. On close middle, there's a black, a thick black, and then on the right, there is a double line. So I know that. Then turn around over here. On this side, you have the red and then the skinny black. So now you know what you're doing with that. The way I did it right now was you want to hold the black part in the back with your index finger of your left hand, push up on the white with your thumb while holding this inwards, and that's how you get this off right here.
Swimming in sand, take my hand, I wanna refocus. Muscle, my music, my impress.
I don't know if you guys can see this, but for the wires, you guys see like this little black like thing over here? It's like right where my finger is, except it's connected to this red cord over here. That's like a little tab you have to either pull up or pull down. I think it's for all 5 of them. So I'm gonna do that quick, then I'll get back to you guys. So remember, take the pictures first before you do this, because you don't want to be like messing up the wiring when you finish up. So now this top part can come out. Next up, I'm going to take this out from here. So it's just like, you got to kind of just open it up, and then I'm going to say it comes out, but no, it doesn't want to be that easy for me. I'm just going to slide out to the bottom. Okay. So then I'm going to undo this over here. Just leave that to the side. Next thing I want to do is figure out how to take the bottom off. You have a white thing you gotta push in over here. Or kind of like take the housing out, sorry. Pull the housing out, then pull up on that a little bit. And it's on both sides. Alright, so I think I gotta take this black thing off because I feel like it's holding on to something down there. So let me do that.
We get that fresh glaze on the D-roll. Pulling up, smoking haze through the back door. We get that fresh glaze on the D-roll.
Alright, now this can come out. There we go. Ew, that's, yeah, lovely there, Mom. So we're gonna leave this to the side for now.
Yeah, it just slides out. Okay, that's dirty. This over here, just a little bump stop on the white, that's stopping it, so I think I have to twist it this direction. So let me attempt to do that. Oh, I'm sorry. There's like also like little white things you have to push in to allow that to even like go in that direction. Now the pump will drop. However, we still have this main fuel line to worry about. Now, look at that. Old fuel pump out. And just look at the size of these two. This is like a shitty little thing over here. This is our new one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to snip off the black, the ground from this one, and the wire from this one. I'm gonna put the black onto the black, and then the blue onto the red over here. And give yourself a little bit of extra room just in case. Two. We want to take this little white housing out of there because we don't need that anymore. Alright, so I just had to snap these off because I can't be bothered anymore. Alright, sorry for that sudden change. I had to relocate to the garage because it was kind of starting to smell in the basement. So I'm just gonna finish up with enlarging this little area that we need. So you're going to want to have a heat gun ready. Next, what you want to do is you want to take the heat shrink connectors. I got myself a little 10 pack. The metal on the inside will melt down to cover everything. So apply it as even as possible, and for my first time ever using a heat gun, I think that actually came out pretty damn good. Alright, so while the camera was off and recharging, I took some time to clean this from the gas. I'm just going to wipe it down with a cloth really quickly. The one that I don't really care about, I'm going to throw out anyways. There's a little hole that you essentially want to drill out a little bit because that's where all the fuel goes in from. This hole is right here. It's sorry, right. It's a little hard to see, but this little hole right here, it's like, again, hard to see, but you just got to get a drill bit and just drill it out. I'm going to use like the smallest drill bit I have because even that won't fit in there. So I don't know if there's an easier way to like take this off, but I'm just going to. You really don't want to do what I'm doing because you don't want to go too far just in case. But yeah, just like the smallest thing you can find, just a little bit of an increase. You don't want too much of an increase because then you're not gonna have any like hole left. But I think for now this should be good. If anything, If anything, I'll just like come back to it, like if it's not good enough. Alright, so this size that I used over here was actually a 1/16. Now I can plug this into here. Next step is essentially the reassembly. Alright, so unfortunately the fuel pump, the strainer over here does not fit with this kit in my car because it has this housing over here which it tries to like stick out of pretty much, and obviously doesn't fit. So what I'm gonna do is tomorrow I'm going to take a trip to AutoZone and get another universal one, but one that should fit my car. Should fit the shape and everything. So and also I'll try to see if I can get another one of these hoses so it doesn't like, I don't know, try to do anything funny on me. So I'm just gonna put this in the bag and leave it outside because there's still gas in there. So I'm gonna put it in the bag and leave it outside. Keep the opening still open. And then once I come back finish with that, I'm gonna show you the last thing you need to do with the intake plenums before you ship them over to Z1 to get ported out. So give me just 1 second, I'll be right back. The last thing that we can do is take all the gaskets off of the upper intake manifold plenum, and then also take that sensor off of the plenum also. So let me get, I believe it's a 10 mil also. Oh yeah, also, we still have the 12 mils in there. So what we're gonna do is, if you want, you can just start taking it. Actually, no. Literally, all you can do is just flip it around, dump it over, and they all fall out. Last thing we're doing here is taking this off. So, Alright, the reason we're taking that off is because Z1 doesn't even need it. So if you send it to them, they might not even send you one back because I don't think they have any extras. Then we're going to take out throttle body gasket. Okay, it's still in good shape. That's good to know. We'll take out the other throttle body gasket. Also in good shape, good to know. And the last thing we'll take out is the intake plenum gasket. So get that out of there. And if it's still in good condition, then it's fine to reuse. As I said, it's even more supposed also. However, if it is broken or not good, don't cheap out, just get yourself a new gasket. Like little plastic things anyway, so they're not that expensive. With that done, all three gaskets are out over here, plus this little sensor. Now it is ready to ship out. So I'm gonna put these into 2 different boxes. When you ship them, make sure you protect this right here, this one right here, the throttle body nipple over here on both sides, and this one over here. You don't want the stuff to break off in transit, because if you do the send core to you option first and any of those break, you're not getting that $600 back. Alright, so I'm gonna be quick because I'm on low battery, but essentially what I did was I went to AutoZone. I got myself a, I think it was a 7.9 millimeter, yeah, Duralast 5/16 inch or 7.9 millimeter fuel line. And then also while I was there, I got myself a fuel strainer. For this car, you want to get yourself the part number
A62 STR. That's the letter A, the numbers 62, then the letters STR. That's the part number for the strainer you're going to want to get for this car, because the fucking shitty universal ones don't work on this. So what I did is I just clamped it down with the hose clamps over here. I put the strainer in. Don't worry about it being too far on the bottom. Once it hits the bottom and it's still a little too far up, you can just push it down. The fuel pump will start coming up through this a little bit, but it'll be perfectly fine. So now that that is done, I put it back in into the housing here. Now I'm going to work on the wiring. Just put it back the way it was, and then put the spring back in here, lock it, and that should be it for the fuel pump. Alright, so this is now the finished product with everything finally put back together. I just kind of like bent the wires a little over here just to fit this thing in the center, but it should be fine. And it still closes with no trouble. If anything, I'll just push down a little bit extra, so nothing to worry about. I just have the wires going over here, but it's meant to be submerged, it's fine. Finally got the strainer on the kit and inside the housing. Put the spring back over here, put this little plastic bit back over there too. Reconnected the wires over here, and then you're all set. Remember, I took the pictures of this, so I remember which direction it came from. So now I'm going to put this back in the car quick. Alright, so number one, what we have to do is take this line that we set aside over here. We're going to hook it up to this side over here where it came from. Alright, I realized my mistake. So basically you just had to push it on more, like enlarge the orange over here and then push it on. Alright, so I'm going to finish up putting it back in, plugging everything back in, and tightening everything in reverse order.